Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Wood Elves playthrough as Orion, though we do also have Durfu as one of our lords as well now. So, we are currently expanding. We're just taking Estelia off the Skavenblight Skaven, and Castle Code is potentially about to fall, which I'm not terribly upset about actually. Orion's going to hold there for another turn, simply because he's still levelling up to get this mage a steed, and this end turn. Now we are currently levelling Durfu up as a straight melee lord, because he is truly beastly in melee combat, guys. He does have a mage with him at the moment, and I might throw some mage abilities in him as well. Though to start with, we're probably going to buff up his army massive as much as we can. Because straight out he has a very, very powerful army, and it would be a complete waste for us to not take as much advantage of that as we can. Obviously I am working on the Skaven here. I want Musilion to knock here over actually, Carsicone actually, because while they're one of my allies, if I lose, well, if they get knocked over, I'm really not that upset, simply because it will mean I can take there, because currently I was assuming I'd get access to a port by capturing these places, and apparently that is not the case, because there is a mountain range between, so I'm assuming it doesn't count as direct line, which is quite sensible. Means they've actually thought about it. They've had to say what's connected to what, or maybe it's what if these little roads connect places it works. But it does mean I can't actually trade overseas. So I can't trade, you know, and if I can capture a port, have a direct line to a port from my capital, I will then be able to trade with, like, Ulthuan, for example, and with all the other elven factions there. Ooh, and we have an underway interception here. I'm going to fight this, because I'm bored and I've not had a fight for a bit, and, we're going to have some fun destroying some Skaven. I could literally just charge Durfu in here, and he would... pretty much I could get away with just charging Durfu here, though I'm not going to do that. Though I suspect we are going to make short work of these Skaven. So... He is he is a caster, though I wouldn't say he's a particularly his main asset isn't necessarily as being a caster.
Armed and ready! Ha! War dancers!
Let's pop my mage behind, and my nice line of archers. And the Weight Watchers are nice because they do shoot in big circles. They also do quite a lot of damage. And this is armor piercing as well.
Quickly!
Let's double time this to get ourselves forwards. And the nice thing to remember is all of my elves can shoot and move. So, oh, Skaven do appear to be moving forwards for us. It's a bit foolish of them actually, but I'm not going to complain.
Right away. Immediately.
Oh wow, that was they dropped a oh, what's it called?
Pull back.
A menace from below on us there.
Quickly!
So they popped some Skaven up behind us, which my ranged made very short work of. Oh, and there they've popped another, and it's instantly getting disintegrated by my archers. I'm not even going to pretend to wait here. We're just charging straight in.
Need guard! Understood!
Durfu can just charge in here. Those Skaven aren't breaking quite as easily as as quickly as I expected them to, though they say that they're still breaking fairly quickly. And they break. So that was a very easy victory for us, unsurprisingly, really. Oop.
Awaiting orders.
Now this is the thing, you do need to keep the pressure on Skaven just to keep them breaking. Because they will turn back and regroup very, very easily. God, they keep doing these menace from belows, which are just feeding my units.
Children of Isha, attack!
All that did was give me time to get off another spell. Better versus a single unit, but there you go. Nice easy battle for us to fight there, guys. As I said, it's just because I've not fought a battle in a while. So I gave us a nice easy victory there. Probably took more losses than I should have, but I wasn't really paying attention. And Skavenblight. We have leveled up again. So now we're going to buff up our armour next. Oh no, we're going to do this one because this is both melee defense and attack. And I'm going straight for Skavenblight, which is going to have a big garrison. So this might not be the easiest battle, so I'm going to take some time to siege it properly.
Master of the wild hunt.
We're going to move forwards to hit them here. To pressure this army.
Blade at your service. Starting out.
And we're done here. So, immunity to attrition. That is a huge buff. We're still running at a negative at the moment, but I can afford to be running in a negative, so that really isn't a huge issue. We're pretty much dealt with those Skaven. We're sieging their capital, their last city as well. And we're moving in on their last army. Now that last army might try and rush back towards the... yeah, he might try and rush back towards the his capital. Which wouldn't be bad. Obviously, Carcassonne is being sieged here. Did they just manage to get into their city past the siege? Are they not actually sieging them at the moment? Okay, so vampires seem to randomly be sitting in that territory. I'm half tempted just to have a quick lightning wall versus Gascon, but it will give me big negatives with all of my allies, and I am relying on them at the moment for my amber. However, because I've got such a big web of allies, anybody else breaking alliances with me becomes a bit... Basically, it causes a bit of a tricky situation for any of them, because if they do break alliances with me, it causes them issues as well. We potentially have some support in this battle at Skavenblight as well, so that's good, because obviously we've got Telia there who are moving up to avenge Estelia.
My hound.
No. What options do I get? I see I can't do anything which is worthwhile doing. Oh! They are sallying forth against me, guys! So they are sallying forth from Skavenblight. Now, I don't actually want to sit defensively, guys. This is quite a powerful army, and I want to be aggressive as anything here because of those, Ooh. Sorry, I'm going to be spawning some units behind. Because of the, siege weapons, I need to be starting behind. Is there anywhere in woods where I can hide? Ooh, possibly. I can possibly be hidden here. Even if they can't, they can move in from that angle. This does make our main line a bit weaker, but we can deal with that.
For the eternal realms! Glade guard!
Okay, so this is Task Force 1, and that's Task Force 2. Perfect, these guys are all hidden. So they're going to start moving straight up into position while these guys push. And they're going to hammer into the side of these guys. Now this is why I'm moving quickly, because that artillery is horrific. We want to get Durfu into there hard and fast as well.
To the fray!
Battle ready.
Get our charge on. You guys can actually start pushing off to the sides and flanking, because these guys can also shoot while they move, so actually having them getting engaged a bit isn't bad. You guys can start moving forwards fast. Your key target is them. I've put too many units up there. All of these guys can focus fire them down.
Wind Weaver.
You guys can zerg there, you guys can smash them. One of you guys can go here, and the rest of you guys can just hammer into the back of this army. It's not actually going well at all.
Missiles ready!
These guys are quite simply too far away to be helping.
Azray, attack!
Oh god.
Straight away! Pull back! Aim! Release!
That's one of them out. Let's hit the other one. The rest of you guys can hammer into the back of this army.
This instant!
You guys can pull back.
Yes! Apple
To battle!
Durfu is suffering in here.
Way watchers! Aim! Fire!
Pull back!
Need to shred that unit. Right, now you guys can get in here and start hitting hard.
Fire! Kronos, bless us! Azrael, attack!
Okay, this is turning a bit for us.
Ha! Armed and ready!
Hit those Plague Monks sensor bearers. You can turn and hit him.
Watchers! Dauntless
And you don't even need to turn.
Aim! Fire! Way watchers!
You can all smash those Globadiers.
Dead to all! Glacier!
So if we can pop out another spell. You guys can hit this unit.
Shoot! Let fly!
Durfu needs to not go down. He is taking too much damage there.
Your command? Immediately!
These guys are all about to break. Let's just keep the pressure on. Let's start hammering them with ranged.
Bows of
And this is where these units become very good, because they all provide terror, as well as Durfu, which is very good.
fire! Loose!
And any of these guys which start recouping, we're just going to ranged fire down on for a bit to break them again. However, this has not been a pretty battle for us.
Aim! Fire!
Well, now let's hit those storm vermin. Don't let them recoup. And the damage we do to them.
Weapons loose! Death all!
Oh god, we just lost Durfu.
Retreat! Surrender! End them! Release! Aye!
Hit them. Oh, this could have gone much better. I'm nearly out of ammo. This is the really bad bit.
Death to all!
That might be what loses us this, isn't the it's the running out of ammo which might well lose us this, guys.
Children of Isha, attack! Archers ready! Ready and able! Fire!
Come on!
Eternal guard!
This is it. Oh, that was a little closer than I'd have liked, guys. We lost Durfu, which is very bad. Though he, in proper form, right in 175 kills. Yeah, he got right in there and smashed him. Considering this is a very high level Skaven army, so I could have done better. I probably shouldn't have split myself up like that. But a victory is a victory, guys. So I will take that. That was going to happen, though we can move in and smash that army shortly. Oh, we didn't actually capture it. Oh, now that's going to be tricky. They are zerging back towards Skavenblight now. Right, let's take the Ancient Tree Man. These are who you want leading your armies, guys, because Ancient Tree Men are... I mean, they are immense. That's huge. Unfortunately, what we might want to do is attack anyway to try and take it, because I've got a feeling I'm not going to be able to catch them. This is risky, but I've got to try it, because they're going to...
No, need my warp token stash.
Have my spear. I am called for.
I was hoping they'd intercept me. Ooh, we've got a fell cargo there.
Starting out.
So, magic resistance for all units. That's quite nice, though. Extra ammunition and armour is going to be my next one. And casualty replenishment will be good. There's a few of these I do still want, but I'm not in any rush.
Azray, welcome to the halls of Athaloran. What do you want?
You can join my confederation.
Lord of the Glare, you have been granted access to the halls of...
I thought I could only get one per one of these, so that's quite nice. Oh, wow, this place is leveled up nicely. However, that is costing me a little bit too much money. He don't think gets any special abilities, but we're just going to knock your armies over now. I'm sorry, mate.
Can I offer assistance? Lady of the Azray.
Right, so we'll keep these two. We will knock the others over, or some of the others over. Because I don't really need them, because I've already got them in other places. I might rebuild them later on, but for the moment I potentially want other things here.
These are dark times.
Oh, I was like, what? Why do I have a random other grade ladle order? It's that one. Oh, I have to choose with these guys. Now that's interesting. Well, I want to buff up my ranged, because I'm wood elves. If I'm not buffing my ranged, I'm doing it wrong, guys. So we potentially have a few more lords for our elven court now. How are the vampires doing? They're not managing to expand this time as much, which is good. The vampire counts themselves did manage to expand into the dwarven territory. So that is something I do want to be a little aware of, but I'm not hugely worried about the vampires at the moment. As I said, we're just going to finish off the Skaven here, then we're going to work out what we want to do over here, because I still need to get myself a port, a decent port, so I can start trading with my proper allies around the place. Which again, I mean, I'm in no rush to do. I'm okay financially at the moment because of the income I've got from these other places, but I could still be doing much better than I currently am, so I'm still amazed there's been so little movement of all the Empire factions. They've just not done anything over there, so that was to be expected. I'm not going to bother fighting that. I've got a feeling they're not going to take it. Yeah, they're doing the same things before and they're just going and hiding. Which is infuriating, actually. I'm going to take the growth.
Orion! I will grant your request.
That said,
Have my
they have made a little bit of a mistake, because I can now go and reinforce at Skavenblight, which means Skavenblight is going to be a nice victory for us, and then I can finish those guys off at my leisure.
Spare us! Yes, yes!
That was a nice chunk of cash there. That can't be right. Am I misreading that, or does this place instantly get access to all of the places? Because if it does, income faction wide. Wow. I need to start taking Skavenblight in more of my games, guys. That is immense. Remind me in my Dwarven campaign, guys, to charge Skavenblight as fast as I possibly can. Okay, we're going to up his damage now with his ranged. And you can now go to double... Oh, you can move back, start heading back here. And let's end turn. So, Clan Skya are now falling over. I wonder if all of the Skaven... Because if Hellmouth is the same up here, that is huge. And that means the dwarfs I will be going for this new place when it appears. If it appears there, if that's another Skaven hold where they pour forth from. So, and it's changed name to Mossy Skavenblight, if you didn't realise there, guys. So, we have betrayed Skavenblight. So, we've cleansed that part of the world, as true Wood Elves would want to. And spread our forests nicely. In fact, I want to have a look at the region next turn, just to see what it actually looks like. Yeah, so, it still looks like Skavenblight, but it's not quite as grotty as it was. Because there's one thing we do get is all of the trees do change for our faction. So when we take over, it is one of the things I do like is different factions have different trees which appear in their regions, which is just interesting more than anything. So these Skaven are now trying to run away, probably fairly effectively. So no, I can never grow it more than that, which is fair enough. But it provides a big enough buff as it is.
Yes, the forest calls.
Right, you can move into here. And you can double time it round here.
Away I go. I'm on this enchant.
This is where it's tricky, because actually, if he's got tree men in his army, the other thing might be useful, but for the moment we're going to buff him up. And And let's look back at our settlements up here. What can we build in Volsandil? We can obviously build this, which is reduces construction cost of buildings. Gonna do that one because that's extra wine and extra income. I'm gonna knock this over as well. And I'm gonna knock this over. This is the third Volsandil, by the way, guys. There are lots of Volsandils around the map, which is always interesting. Grab that one for the extra tax rate. Level that up to full. I don't need this here now. That's what I need down in Kingsglade. It's the other thing, is long run I'm probably going to want to have a mix of everything in all of my places, because that way, because you really do utilise global recruitment as you start expanding and getting really big. So we'll throw into that one to start with, and I will probably get another infantry recruiting here so I can get Eternal Guards with shields in all my armies as well.
My journey.
Does
No
anybody want to
greetings.
trade with me
Who
yet?
seeks my wise counsel? If you desire it.
Yay! Somebody wants to trade with me.
Welcome to Fair Britannia.
Ah! And now, so Skavenblight has connected our territories up, which means I can now get trading
The
with
lady grants you
lots of
safe
people.
passage in... I never fail.
Is it time? Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
So trade agreement
As
to
you
military
say.
access.
So, you have a proposal?
These guys, while they like me, they don't like me enough.
Greetings, stranger.
Sigmar's will.
Perfect. So that was a nice buff to our income there, guys. Can we recruit Durfu yet? 2 turns, but what I can do is recruit someone else to hold in the meantime to start recruiting troops for. Still want 4 of you guys. I want 2 of you guys. 7 of you guys. What heroes can we recruit? That's good. I'm going to recruit a Waystalker. And I'm going to recruit a Branch Wraith as well. And we're going to have that one as well to buff up the army.
They will fail.
So buff up the army buffs first. Up your health because you are going to end up in damage. So this is our Ancient Tree Man. And this is our Branch Wraith. So they've got a nice wind spell actually. Oh, I think that's a really nice wind spell actually. They're quite good in melee as well themselves, so they're a nice mixed class as well. And they can up replenish troops, and they are up melee attacks. So I want that wind spell. And we'll actually up your weapon damage so we can use you in combat as well. In fact, no, we'll up your HP to start with. And that'll be nice in Drufu's army, because that'll be another mage who can attack. I might actually swap him out into another army, but we'll see how that goes. Sorry, Durfu. You are more than welcome to tell me off for calling him the wrong thing, guys. I already have been in chat, and I'm more than happy for you guys to do that. So no, this is going well now. We've got our trade agreements up, so I can actually go and save these guys now once I've dealt with the Skaven.
The mighty Deepwood welcomes you beneath its bow.
Yeah, go for it. So I might go and help defeat the vampires next. I might go bewood that area of the map. Though there are some spare empty segments over in Loffen, so it might be worth me jumping over there. That buff I got for taking Skavenblight is huge. So yeah, I'm happy about having Skavenblight. There is another Skaven gateway right up in the north called I can't remember exactly what it's called. So that might be a very similar place and give another very similarly large buff, which would be quite nice actually. So that might be somewhere worth us looking at beforesting, and beforesting the Norsican territories up in the north. They're dead. Those Skaven are dead, and they know they're dead.
Master of the Wild Hunt, Rage of Kronos. Clear a path.
And this is the end of Clan Skya.
Going, Protector of the Oak.
You can move back up here for now.
Lord of the
And
Forest.
you can start double timing. Ooh, actually. You can start double timing it this way. And that is the end of this session, guys. So thank you very much for watching. And I do hope you've enjoyed watching us conquer Skavenblight there. Even with our quite disastrous battle, while it was a victory, it was not a pleasant victory, was it, guys? I mean, you all saw what happened. Anyway, before I get myself dragged back in, thank you very much for watching, guys.